Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here today. My name's Jordy. I'm here to do a general tarot card reading for the Pisces Collective. These readings are general, so if you find the video doesn't fit after a couple minutes, I recommend checking out another reading on my channel with a title that stands out to you. This way you still find a reading that you're looking for today. I know they don't always hit when you're looking around on the internet, and I experienced that myself, so I wanted to just say that. With my channel, I've been trying out different things, like showing the cards down, or showing my face, or doing a little something in between, and I'm just trying to find a way to bring the numbers up. So for those of you who continue to hit the thumbs up button and comment below and all of that, you guys, I really appreciate all of your love and support, because you know, I do see you guys, so thank you for being here and for helping my channel move forward. I think what I'm going to do is just kind of stick with the face-to-face camera view for now, and then I'll just kind of rotate through each different view of the camera as I feel like it, and you know, keep changing the cards up as I feel like it, and we'll see how it goes. I know a lot of other YouTube channels are more consistent, but we are Pisces over here after all. Anyway, that's just me thinking about my channel this morning. Let's get into this reading for you. Thanks for sticking through that little intro. We have the Four of Pentacles here for you, Pisces. We have the King of Wands. We're going to grab all 10 cards, and then we'll really look at the reading today. We have the Devil reversed in your heart space. And then we have the Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords in your past. We have the Six of Cups. Oh, and the Sun just flipping out there like a little dolphin. And we have the Three of Cups. The second row is looking a lot happier. We have the Ace of Swords and the Two of Wands. Not that happier is always like this. You know, I've been thinking lately, like I've been watching, just before I get into these cards, some like TV shows in my downtime, and I realized I can't watch like reality show TV shows or reality game shows or anything like that anymore. And the reason why is because I can just see how competitive that like human nature is, and how like sensitive everybody is, and how you have to be so sensitive and sharp and on the ball, you know. And then looking at my own life, and I'm thinking like how I'm never going to be as sharp or as all, you know, knowing what the right thing to say is at the right time type of thing. You know, that's like an impossible standard to hold ourselves to. And we see on like these shows, where these like reality TV, where they're always knowing the right thing to say and all that. I just think it's very damaging for the mind. You know, it hurts the ego unless you're kind of able to keep up with it. You know, so yeah, I'm gonna be moving away from shows like that, even if they've got really good themes. Like I like to watch. Anyway, I won't talk about my own preferences, but anyway, getting into this reading for you, Pisces. I feel like that's part of your reading in this, because when I was bringing the cards down, we saw cards of like mental health and recovering from traumatic situations, and recovering from times where we didn't get to be as sensitive as we wanted to be. Like we were desensitized with some of these energies here, especially with the Seven of Swords and the Three of Swords in the past. This is very like having to just do what you needed to do to get by. And meanwhile, there may have been down here, this is in your future and your environment. Like right now, it's kind of saying that there's like really positive relationships out there, and what may be holding you back from these positive relationships is the fact that you've gone through such a rough go in some areas of your life where you've been desensitized, so then you don't pick up on those social cues. You've got social anxiety in some ways, what I'm picking up here. And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier, showing some of my own social anxiety. And with that Six of Cups being reversed in the past, it's almost like your past is what you're comparing your past relationships to your current relationships, or like the ones that are potential out there. So I don't know which. I guess my point in bringing that up, or why I feel like it's being channeled, is that that's holding you back from new relationships. Fear of like saying the wrong thing, fear of having to, be on that edge of vulnerability with other people who seemed more relaxed in it. Maybe they're not as affected when it comes to like their, like maybe you're looking at people and you're thinking, well, how am I supposed to be like that, basically, if I'm feeling a bit traumatized, if I'm feeling desensitized, and if I'm feeling sore and upset about myself in any way. So that's kind of what these cards in the past are looking at. It's like this soreness, this wounding about all of the devil energy that you've had to experience, and whatever that means. I'm not going to go into that, but the Seven of Swords is like trying to get away from it, but also still holding that sword, like still stealing some, like basically preparing for more of the same in the future and wanting to be ahead of the game. That's what I'm talking about here, So if we look at some of the other cards in your reading, here we have you by the warm fire, in your recreational downtime, when you're in home, when you're safe, when you're able to like have that expansion of ideas, of self-awareness, and where it is that you want to be when you're setting your goals. It's all within the safety of your own environment, outside of these relationship dynamics that like you haven't quite connected with yet because of your social anxiety and some of the ways that you convince yourself to stay in this comfortable energy of being at home and by the fire in front of the TV, all those energies here. So there's definitely like a comfort zone that's like that's a blockage, a contradictory between the Three Cups and the Four of Pentacles, and but I definitely see you like brainstorming and trying to come up with ways to push yourself out of that comfort zone. So that's really good, Pisces. I think the reason why this dynamic in your life is being highlighted today is that maybe with a little bit of self-reflection, you may realize that it's not necessarily the competition, the competitive energy that you're pushing against. Like, instead of just judging, I'm going to take back some things I said about some of the things I said right in the beginning of the video, where we were talking about reality TV shows and how the pressure, the competitiveness, the need to be super sensitive, the need to be on the ball and all the time, like that might be what anxiety feels like for you, or like thinking how other people might be operating out of that anxiety. But some people are just more relaxed, or more chill, or just less triggered, like their nervous system isn't as activated or under pressure as your nervous system might be. So that's the illusion here. Underneath the Three of Swords, it's like basically like the wounding, the place of being wounded. We've got other people here who are dancing next to the Sun card. And then there's a perception, a truth here for you in regarding to this group of people who are dancing in the sun, like basically having vitality, good mental health, and all that stuff. So, it feels like a very sensitive topic in this reading. But I mean, mental health kind of feels like a sensitive topic, So I get why the first card is the Four of Pentacles, which is kind of like not wanting to talk about it, not wanting to address it. But the King of Wands is one of the best cards in the reading for you today. This is when you start to take lead for what needs to be done in your life in order to bring changes, to bring positive changes, positive people into your life. Just remember the warm attributes of yourself. Just remember the stuff that, like, even if you don't feel completely confident in how to be or what to say or what to do, have confidence in what you do know, Don't sell yourself short. I mean, out of all the four kings, the King of Wands is the one that's starting from scratch. They're just taking a couple sticks and using those sticks strategically to get ahead and create a kingdom, versus having actual money and resources like the Pentacles, or weapons and higher knowledge and technology like the King of Swords, or simply just social status of the King of Cups. King of Wands is the entrepreneur, like the class, the people that start from the bottom, which is unfortunate that the tarot has those class systems so deeply rooted within the knowledge of the tarot. But it does speak about how there are different, like, subgroups of people, and it is connected to resources, it is connected to education, and what you have to start with, So that King of Wands is basically just saying, like, keep it simple. Know that you came from perhaps a rough start. Know that you do know some things really well that they wouldn't even never know, because they didn't get to go through the experiences that you got to go through. So pull from a sense of honesty, pull from a sense of, like, this is my experience and that's what I have to offer, and that's what you can be confident in, instead of trying to keep up with all the new things or all the nuances that other people are so sensitive towards, because you're going to say some things that don't sound sensitive because you're desensitized. You are going to say things that sound a little bit backwards, or maybe victim mindset, or maybe too tough mindset when it comes to traumas, like, where's that neutral middle ground where it's compassionate? Oftentimes when we go through difficult things in our past and in our current moment, when we're feeling desensitized and we're feeling like we have to, like, work against some, like, injuries and stuff like that, setbacks and all that jazz. I guess my point in bringing that up is that if you insert compassion back into your mind as much as possible, you relax. And compassion is a form of confidence. It's there's faith that's involved in compassion, and there's confidence that's involved in it. So that's a really beautiful energy coming from the King of Wands today. The outcome is the Two of Wands reversed, so it's kind of like a back to the drawing board, is what I'm hearing. Checking that map, realizing that you've gotten somewhere beautiful, maybe even in today in this reading, and then realizing that it's still a journey, it's still a traveling venture. She's sitting on the front of her car. There's still places to go, people to see, experiences to be had, and maybe you can, if you just remember to be compassionate toward yourself when you feel like getting self-critical or don't know what to say or something like that, just default back to that. If you really just need something to, like, help for the anxiety in the moment. For those of you who feel like you already know how to do that and you're, like, more comfortable within yourself, but you still resonate with this message, like you're still here kind of thing, I guess the overall message would be for you and for everybody, that there are new relationships out there. There's a lot of positive and happiness in the new timeline, that, like, you are rooted within. You have done a lot of healing. You are in a king status here. Like, king and queen status is when you've matured and the card's not reversed. So it's a really powerful energy for you today, especially with the sun card right beneath it, and then you're both Leo cards. Like, That's like pure, strong, healthy Leo energy that you've got, which is, without explaining that, it's very beautiful. All right, have a nice day, and I'll see you again soon.